Phillies reliever Jose Alvarado was suspended for 80 games for PEDs. He said that he was taking a weight loss drug. Um, okay, I get it. Taking a drug for weight loss. However, the thing that you hear from players all the time who speak out against guys who test positive for PEDs is speak to your trainer, speak to other members of the organization. There are people who you can call to get everything that you want to ever imagine putting into your body, get it approved to find out whether or not you are going to pop for PEDs. Okay? My first thought was amphetamines because there is a weight loss pill out there that is it's part of the amphetamine group. Turns out that's not the case. It was a testosterone thing, which I've been told is that if you're using testosterone for weight loss, it works very, very well. You can cut fat without even trying. Basically, is what it comes down to, and that's what it was with him. It's a testosterone pill, and I guess he says he didn't know, but when it comes down to it, there's no excuse because you have those resources. You have people within the organization who can confirm everything for you. I mean, if I'm sitting here drinking my soda on the show and I had a question and I was an MLB player, I could call them and be like, hey, is this good to go? And they're like, well, probably shouldn't be drinking it. But yeah, okay, great, thank you. So, really no excuse for guys to get popped for PEDs. However, it seems like it happens a couple times a year still, right? We had Jerks and Profar earlier this year, Noel by Marte last year. There's always one or two who get hit. And I don't know, I guess they still think that the incentive to perform is still greater than the punishment. So I think we're going to continue to see it because guys just have that mentality. So he'll be gone for 80 games, but that does mean that he'll be back before the end of the season. But he's not eligible for the postseason because if you test positive for PEDs, and even if you're back in time for the postseason, you do not get to play. You're out, which I think is cool. That's a great thing because I mean, aside from the money, what else are you playing for? Championships, right? So I guess you kind of see where guys' priorities lie when they test positive for PEDs sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, but this is a little bit of a problem for the Phillies. Yes, they have a talented roster top to bottom. They're a good team, really great team, but their bullpen has not been the best this year. And losing one arm in a bullpen can be really tough because I feel like quality relievers in today's landscape are tough to come by. Um, a lot of teams, you've got your closer who's a lockdown guy most of the time, and then you've got your setup man and maybe one or two other high leverage guys who you really lean on. Losing one of them, that's a big problem. That is a big problem. Fortunately for the Phillies, Jordan Romano has been good. Uh, Actually, I'll say great. He's been really great in his last 8 appearances. He has not given up a run. Hasn't even given up a hit in his last 4. This is as of Monday night. So it seems like he's getting his form back, which is great for the Phillies. But you got to have another guy in that bullpen, like I said. So I think they'll be in the market for a high leverage reliever to add to the pen in Philadelphia. So keep an eye out on that. I don't know who they'll go after. I don't know how much they're willing to pay for somebody. I would think that if they could get a closer at a reasonable price, they might take one from somebody, like maybe go get a Mason Miller from the A's. I don't know, because the A's have kind of come back down to earth. Don't seem like they're winning the way that they were earlier. And if the A's could get a haul for Mason Miller, I'm sure they'd be willing to part with him. Even though I don't know if I would, given the things that the A's supposedly have coming up over the next couple of years.